this week on Wrestling Challenge, a whole lot of superstars right here in the World Wrestling Federation,
including the phenom of the World Wrestling Federation, the Superfly.
The strongest man in the World Wrestling Federation, Hercules, is here.
In singles competition, we will see that big, nasty rhino, the Anvil.
And we will see the $1 Million Man.
This is a tag team contest set for one fall.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gorilla Monsoon alongside Bobby the Brain Heenan. And Brain, you have perhaps bitten off more than you can chew.
Parts unknown, at a combined weight of 523 pounds, the Shadows.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this Saturday night in Madison Square Garden and how you have Big John Studd breathing down your neck.
You think I'm worried about that idiot? He's going in there with Andre the Giant. There's nothing to worry about.
Well, I'm not convinced of that, and I'm not sure you are, but what a collision it's set to be this Saturday night in Madison Square Garden. Two giants clashing head-on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's just get it straight. There is only one giant in the World Wrestling Federation, and his name is Andre the Giant.
Paul Roma and Jim Powers, the young Stallions. What an exciting young team.
I'm certainly excited.
You are?
Yeah, excited to see the Shadows cream those two punks.
Please. Slam by Jimmy Powers. But just a 1 count.
These Shadows are tough.
No question about it. And Paul Roma in there now. Oh, and a beautifully executed swinging neck breaker. And again, Roma into the cover, but again, the Shadow able to kick out. And the tag to Jim Powers.
Oh, but those dummies allowed the Shadows to make the tag too.
Absolutely cardinal mistake committed by the young Stallions. And an airplane spin will leave Jim Powers wondering what day it is.
That's nothing new.
Oh, and the young Stallions in a precarious position, to say the least. And a power slam by the Shadow. Oh, he went for a big splash, but Powers saw it coming. And Powers went to the top, but the Shadows used the opportunity to make the tag. Very clever by the Shadows.
And very dumb by Jim Powers, but what else is new?
Oh, the Shadow telegraphed that one. And what a move by Powers. kicks. And that's it, a win for the young Stallions.
Get thoughts of action, had my radio playing on my rock and roll station. Saw 3 hot ladies down by the square. I said, jump in, girls, let's go party somewhere. Crank it up, blow it out, rip it up, let's party now. Crank it up,
Your winners, the young Stallions.
rip it up, party now.
Let's go now to our broadcast colleague, Sean Mooney.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sean Mooney with your World Wrestling Federation Event Center. Fans in Philadelphia, the World Wrestling Federation is returning to the Spectrum on Saturday night, May 30th. And signed for the card, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat to meet the magnificent Muraco.
All right, Don Muraco, the magnificent Muraco. And you, sir, have a date with the Dragon on Saturday night, May 30th in the Spectrum in Philadelphia.
And did I hear Ricky Steamboat insinuate that the Magnificent One is willing to break the rules in order to win? I'm insulted. Why would I break the rules to win? When I don't need to break rules to win, I'm the best wrestler in the world, and I never lose. And the things he said about Master Fuji, quite disgusting.
Well, I think actually Ricky Steamboat was quite complimentary of you and your wrestling ability. He said he wants to step into the ring with you in the Spectrum and have a fair match, pit your respective skills against one another, and find out just who the better man is.
We don't need to wrestle to find out who the better man is. It's quite obvious that the Magnificent One is superior to Ricky Steamboat, because the Magnificent One is superior to every wrestler in the World Wrestling Federation. And Ricky Steamboat, I don't need to break any rules to prove that to you and the people of Philadelphia.
Added to the card, Randy Macho Man Savage to meet the king of wrestling, Harley Race.
All right, Philadelphia, the Spectrum, Saturday night, May 30th, and what a match this is, the king of wrestling, Harley Race, to go one-on-one with you, Randy Savage.
Ooh, yeah. The man who calls himself the king, King of what, Gene? King of what? The king of the Weasel family, is that it? Rick Rude has my belt, Gene Okerlund. He has my belt. But that's okay, because I'm gonna get it back. I'll go through all the Weasel's horses and all the Weasel's men, starting with you in the Spectrum, Harley Race.
That's Saturday night, May 30th, the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Tickets on sale at the box office. Stay tuned in the coming weeks as more matches are added to what is sure to be an incredible night of action. For the Event Center, I'm Sean Mooney. Now back to Gorilla and Bobby.
This match is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring from South Bend, Indiana, weighing 260 pounds, Brian Costello.
Wow, I told you, Brain, Rick Rude has not seen the last of Randy Savage, not by a long shot, and by the sounds of it, the Macho Man is ready to go through your entire family in order to get to the Ravishing One.
That goof had better just worry about the king in the Spectrum on the 30th. He's a long way off getting a shot at the Intercontinental Champion.
Superfly.
The opponent from the Fiji Islands, weighing 235 pounds, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the man who I like to call the phenom of the World Wrestling Federation.
Phenomenally stupid is what he is.
I beg your pardon. And the Superfly going to fly early. Are we going to see it? Yes. Superfly splash. Forget about it.
Superfly.
All right, joining me at this time, a man who apparently finds himself in the crosshairs of one Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, and a man who, by all accounts, has a new manager in the shape of Mr. Fuji.
That's right, and let me tell you something. What a lot of wrestlers get wrong is they're in professional wrestling for the sport of it. But see, for Bob Orton, this is a business. I do this because it's the best way I can make a lot of money. And something I learned very early on in this business, if you stand alone, you'll fall very quickly. You just have to look at what Mr. Fuji has achieved, at the men he has under his tutelage, the magnificent Muraco, Killer Khan, the world's tag team champions, Demolition. Paul Orndorff, you used to have a lot of backup, but now you're all by yourself, Paula. I'll give you one piece of free advice. Grow eyes in the back of your head.
This match is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 260 pounds, Big Ron Shaw.
King of the Ring coming your way on pay-per-view next month, Sunday night, June 28th.
What? Why?
What do you mean why? It happens every year.
But Harley Race is the king.
Yes, he won it last year, and now it's time for this year's King of the Ring tournament.
That's not fair.
Oh, don't worry. Race will get the opportunity to defend his crown. As the reigning king, he is automatically seated in the one-night, eight-man tournament. And fans, over the next few weeks here on Wrestling Challenge and on Superstars, we will have qualifying matches to determine the other 7 participants in the King of the Ring tournament. That big nasty rhino, the Anvil, one half of the Hart Foundation, one of the premier tag teams in the World Wrestling Federation, but he's got his hands full with Big Ron Shaw. Needed a breadbasket.
You know, the Hart Foundation are my second favorite tag team.
Is that so?
Yes, all the others are tied for first.
Very funny, and Ron Shaw able to kick out there. Hammering blows to the side of the head of Big Ron Shaw. Oh, and what a clothesline.
Look at that, he scalped him.
1, 2. Will you stop? Precision elbow finds the mark, and the Anvil has been highly impressive thus far on Wrestling Challenge.
I'm not impressed.
what a power slam. Give credit to Ron Shaw. I thought this one was over for sure. Look at that power slam, absolutely devastating, and this one is over now for sure. Yes, it is.
I gotta go. Hercules is up next.
Let's go now to Jake Roberts in the snake pit.
He who imitates good always falls a little bit short. Well, I've always been a wicked man, not fair in my ways. But my next guest, a man that tells me he is the biggest, he is the baddest, he is the orneriest man to ever come out of the state of Texas. And there's been a lot of good ones. Believe me, I know. My next guest is that man, Outlaw Ron Bass. Let me ask you something right off the get-go. Now, you're a big man. You're a big man. Why do they call you the Outlaw?
You know, Jake Roberts, a lot of people get nicknames different ways. They either name themselves or either their mama. They gonna say, ain't he cute? Or some old great aunt, they say he's real cute. Let's call him Bubbles or let's call him Peanuts or something like that. Well, I wasn't given a name like that. I earned my name, brother. I earned it from every opponent that I ever got in a ring with. I earned it from all the fans out here. I earned it from all the promotions.
Hold it. Let me stop you here before you run out of gas, my man. Let me say something. Now, you say you're the biggest and the toughest. I know a man, these people know a man that is pretty big. In fact, I think he's a little bit bigger than you.
Well, who is he? Name him. Well, come on, let's hear about it.
Jim Duggan.
What? Let me tell you, of course he's big. I know his family. The man is yellow. His mama's yellow. His daddy's yellow. His brother's yellow. And everything in his family's yellow.
This match is scheduled for one fall. In the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing 240 pounds, Omar Atlas.
The Brain cornering his man Hercules, and in his place I am joined by the man who will face Hercules this Saturday night in Madison Square Garden, Leaping Lanny Poffo. Lanny, thanks for joining me.
It is an honor to be here with you, Mr. Monsoon.
And Lanny, if I may, what a tough match you have coming up this Saturday night in the Garden. How do you prepare for an opponent like Hercules? What's your strategy heading into this match?
That is an excellent question, and I feel it's quite obvious there are certain elements in which I cannot hope to equal Hercules. Clearly, the man is much stronger than me. There are perhaps only a handful of wrestlers in the World Wrestling Federation who could hope to equal Hercules' strength. So I have to stick to my strengths. I have to outrun him. I have to tire him out. And hopefully, with a little bit of luck as well, I can score the biggest win of my career thus far.
And speaking of your career, how do you feel your career is going at this point?
Well, I'm quite pleased. To be in the World Wrestling Federation, I don't think the people at home sometimes realize, even a man like Omar Atlas in there now, to get to the point to be competing on World Wrestling Federation television, we are talking elite caliber. It's just when you talk about a man like Hercules, you are talking the elite of the elite.
Absolutely.
So as far as my career goes, I'm quite pleased to be on the biggest stage, which is the World Wrestling Federation, and I've got quite a few wins under my belt as well. Now I just need that big win that will propel me to the next level, and a win over Hercules in an arena like Madison Square Garden. You know we're talking hallowed ground. Well, a win like that would certainly be a big boost to my career.
No question about it, and I believe you fancy yourself to be the poet laureate of the World Wrestling Federation, do you not?
Well, somewhat, and if you will permit me, could I share one with you and the people now?
Please be my guest.
Okay. Lend me your ear if you would please beg my pardon. I will step onto the hallowed ground of Madison Square Garden in the biggest of all apples. To make it in that town, Hercules pulled the pillars, but not the garden down. Bobby the Brain, we all know he is a sneak, but far be it from me to say that he would cheat. To win in the garden to my career would be a boon, just like when I broadcasted with Gorilla Monsoon.
I love it, and Hercules is loving it as he has made short work of Omar Atlas. And Lanny, I want to thank you for joining me, and I wish you good luck for this Saturday night in Madison Square Garden.
Thank you, Gorilla.
Fans in New York City, the World Wrestling Federation is returning to Madison Square Garden this Saturday night with 8 incredible matchups. And in the main event, World Wrestling Federation champion Hulk Hogan will put his title on the line against Mr. Fuji's monster from Mongolia, Killer Khan.
You're going to be tested to the max by this new big man from the Far East, Killer Khan, managed by Mr. Fuji.
Well, you know, I'm reckless but not abandoning, Gene. All those Hulkamaniacs live vicariously to me. That's why they get off on my style, brother. Whether it's walking the plank or walking the steel rail, they're with me. If you can't walk, Hulkamaniac, let me walk for you. If you can't see, let me be your eyes. But don't you dare clench that fist. Let me do the fighting, man. I was deemed the Hulkster, brother, to take care of all you Hulkamaniacs. Let me do the dirty work after I train, save my prayers, eat my vitamins. Now then, #1 contender, big sumo wrestler. Can you handle the 24-inch pythons? Can you handle the Hulkamania? Mean Gene, I'm going to keep my eye on Mr. Fuji at all times.
You had better keep your eye on Mr. Fuji. He's certainly proven in the past, Hulk, that he cannot be trusted. He knows the martial arts. Khan, with the sumo background, what a test it's going to be for you.
First things first, I see the sins of mankind written across Mr. Fuji's chest. And also, Killer Khan, I've seen you go to the top rope, drop that 330-pound knee on most of the wrestlers' throats. We'll drop it on this 26-inch neck and see what happens. I'll eat you alive on the way down. Madison Square Garden, get ready for the roof to blow off the place. Hulkamania's coming.
In a battle of the giants, Big John Studd to meet the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
You know, Barry, so beautiful. Now you are my manager, and now look what's coming up again.
The impersonator. The man that thinks he's a giant. Oh, you're a giant if you want to hang around with some little puny 180-pound, 250, 300-pound guys. 6'5", 6'6", 7'5", 500 pounds. That's your giant.
John Studd, I gonna make you look so bad. All over the world, John Studd.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan to meet the outlaw Ron Bass. Sam Houston to go one-on-one with the adorable Adrian Adonis. In a tag team encounter, former World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, the British Bulldogs, to meet the returning Moondogs, Rex and Spot. And in another tag team encounter, the Bushwhackers to go up against the fabulous Rougeau brothers.
Oh, yeah! Oh, it's party time! Bushwhacker style! It's party time, cousin! Party time for the Rougeaus, the Bushwhacker style! Oh, yeah, because we got the Rougeau brothers, cousin! And we're gonna take care of them, kick them across the border, and we're gonna show the whole wide world just what the Bushwhackers are made of!
Leaping Lanny Poffo will go one-on-one with the mighty Hercules. And Tito Santana to meet the $1 Million Man.
Ah, yes, Tito Santana. Without a doubt, a very skilled technician in the ring, a very fine, well-developed athlete, a very, very good technician and a handsome man indeed. But you look at me and you see much of the same. We're equal in so many ways. So what is the deciding factor here, Santana? Confidence! And coming from a background as yours, I seem to think that you would lack some of the confidence that a man of my stature would. I mean, just look at me.
That's this Saturday night in Madison Square Garden, and we are down to literally a handful of tickets remaining. This one will be a sellout. You don't want to miss out, so act fast and head on down to the box office now. For Event Center, I'm Sean Mooney. Now back to Gorilla and Bobby.
This match is scheduled for one fall. Coming towards the ring, from St. Joseph, Missouri, weighing 264 pounds, DJ Peterson.
Boy, I cannot wait for this Saturday night in Madison Square Garden, the Battle of the Giants.
There's no battle of giants. John Studd is not a giant. The only giant in professional wrestling is Andre, and you know that.
Andre is certainly the biggest giant, the biggest man in all of professional sports, but to say John Studd is not a giant is disingenuous at best. And DJ Peterson is a pretty big man himself, 6'3", 264.
Accompanied by his bodyguard Virgil, making his spring
Everybody's got a price.
weighing 260 pounds. The $1 Million
Everybody's gonna pay. 'Cause the $1 Million Man always gets his way.
Money, 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 money.
Some might cost a little. Some might cost a lot. But I'm the $1 Million Man. And you will be bought.
The $1 Million Man, undefeated since arriving in the World Wrestling Federation a number of months ago, but certainly he has his hands full tonight with big DJ Peterson, and he will have his hands full this Saturday night in Madison Square Garden when he goes up against Tito Santana.
And look at him take it to Peterson right away. This man is impressive.
Oh, pile driver. This one may be over already, and I will never deny this man's ability inside the squared circle. It's the things he does outside of his wrestling that disgust me, and it's the fact he believes he can buy the World Wrestling Federation Championship rather than earn it. That's what disgusts me.
When you have enough money, you can buy anything, and believe me, this man has enough money.
Well, I simply don't believe that. I believe some things in life are priceless, and one such thing is the world's heavyweight title.
You're a very naive man, Monsoon.
Coming from the man who believes he can treat Big John Studd the way he has and won't have to face any consequences.
Hey, when Andre the Giant is your family, you fear nothing. And tell me, how about Hercules earlier? Impressive, right?
Certainly, and while you were gone, I was joined by leaping Lanny Poffo, and he is ready for Hercules this Saturday night in the Garden. I can guarantee you that.
I wondered why my headset was greasy.
DiBiase with the figure 4, but Peterson with those long, powerful legs has managed to turn it over. Small package. But no, Peterson able to power out. And those fists find their mark. Oh, and there it is.
The $1 million dream.
He's got it locked in there. And credit to Peterson, he's fighting it. But in the end, Peterson had no other recourse but to submit.
Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. 'Cause the $1 million man always gets his way. Money, 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 money.
Your winner, the $1 million man, Ted DiBiase.
Some might cost a little. Some might cost a lot. But I'm the $1 million man. And you will be bought. Money, money,
Look at that. That'll do it for this week on Wrestling Challenge. Next week, we will see the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions Demolition. Until then, for The Brain, I'm Gorilla Monsoon, thanking you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.